Okay. A lot like I said after the game. Just I felt like it was a very disappointing loss, and we know that. Um, but there were a lot of good things in that film. We we are a better football team. Offensively, we played very well. Uh, if there's any, defensively, uh, it's a game of third downs. You saw in the first half us convert some third downs, and we had them off balance. When they dropped back pass, we had pressure, we got a sack, we had the ball on the ground twice, we had 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Didn't get the fumbles, but had our opportunities, had them off balance, had pressure, had good coverage, had interceptions. And in the second half, it came down to third downs. They were getting aggravating yards, 2, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, too many. That we need to shore up. We cannot get milked in the run game, and then we have to convert third downs. They won the one-on-ones in the second half, put us in some situations where we had to win some one-on-ones on third and medium, and lost just about every one of those, whether it be by penalty or not covering. And so then they hit us on the critical screen, and we're off balance. Again, it comes down to making plays, and this is where the frustration does come in, because again, there's any number of plays. I could think of 5 plays that we make any one of those and we win the game. And that's what it comes down to. We have to, make those plays. We put ourselves in position. We're a better football team. Offensively, we moved it at will in the first half. In the second half, we didn't have enough possessions. And that comes by not getting off the field defensively and winning some third downs. It also comes with converting. What was nice to see was the first drive of the second half, when the offense got the ball, moves it right down the field, just like they did and then we get the turnover. And Drew makes that same play earlier and throws a touchdown pass. Literally the same move. He just didn't protect the ball quite as good the second go around, and we didn't pin the defensive end long enough. That's a technique issue. Our tight end has to pin their defensive end longer to not give them the opportunity to rush. We had it open. The play was there. It was good for a big play, possible touchdown. Instead, it's a turnover. And then, when you look at defensively, there's no question we need to do better. Again, look at what we did in the first half, what we're capable of, the big plays, the pressure, the interceptions, the whole deal. And then, but also, you get wore down. If there's, and don't take this out of context, because I always want to score points. But if you look at our offense in the first half, we scored in touchdowns with 2 play drives. So the defense is on the field, on the field, on the field. You start 3 and out, 5 play missed field goal. Then it's 2 play touchdown, 2 play touchdown, 7 play touchdown. Then there's another 3 and out in there. We had 10 possessions of under 3 plays. And so your defense is going to be on the field. And we just got to find a way to respond. We got to do a better job of mixing our depth and getting some guys in there, because that's a lot of possessions. And they did a really good job of keeping us off balance, and give them credit. They played exceptionally well, just like I said after the game. And we got to make some third down plays. And you can't have the turnover with the fumble in the second half, and then the interception was the only play that really stood out to me that Drew had a bad play. That's just not a good throw, not a good decision. That's not how he will play. That's not how he's coached. And that was the one play that he made a really bad decision and a bad choice and a bad throw, and that didn't help our cause at that point either. That's a bit of hitting the panic button right there and just throwing it up, and we won't do that. And so, it's we feel the same way today as we did after the game. It hurts just as bad, but I promise you, as I said all year, this is a good football team. They knew what to do. We've got to execute. And the thing that we have to do, that I have to get coached, is when things go wrong, we have to go back and execute. We talk about that constantly. And I've got to look at all ways to get that relayed and taught and get us to execute that to the team. When things go wrong, we have guys on there that start rat trapping and doing some things that are inexcusable. And that's got to stop. That's a losing mentality that we will not tolerate. And that's got to change, because there are so many people doing so many good things. And we cannot do that. And players have to make plays when things are going wrong. Again, it's just like, a simple play that jumps out at me, but the first possession, second half on defense, the ball hits us directly in the chest. A gift for the 4th interception of the day. And we get it in great field position going in. Instead, we drop it and they go down and score. I mean, those are winning and losing plays, bottom line. And there's many of those. And the players know all the time, no one play changes a game. But you never know what one play would, because you don't know what the difference is going to be. And there was a bunch of plays in there. There's 10 plays in that game that whether we don't execute because we're rat trapping, or we go back to a losing mentality, or whatever it is. But that's got to change, and that we will be changed, because the vast majority of this football team is much better. And so we've got 11 games, and we'll move forward.